Hello. It's working now.
Huzzah.
Huzzah. Welcome back to the Talking Over You podcast with Kate Ravenscroft. Today, I'm going to be talking over my dear friend Texaco,
Hi.
who I was talking over for a substantial amount of time off of the podcast, and we got into a deep conversation about Texaco's potential ideas for pitching television shows and writing movies and theater, because that's what they want to do. And then I was about to ask him a question, and I was like, wait, should we pod about this? And she was like, I was thinking we should pod about this.
We should pod.
I gave you the...
Oh.
One of the microphones is substantially louder than the other ones on the recording, and I never know which one it is.
Whoopsie.
But if I'm like super loud and blown out just because I'm naturally a super loud person, just forget about it.
It's fine.
Texaco, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Today's good.
Should I just pick up with what I was going to ask you before?
Yeah.
Do you need to give any context to the people? We obviously can't talk like at length about like Texaco, what she actually wants to do, because
Intellectual property.
it's intellectual property issue, but...
And I'll sue you if you take it. Well, I guess contextually, we were talking a little bit about representation in media, specifically the underrepresentation of South Asian and indigenous people, more specifically Native Hawaiian people, as I am that. So.
But okay, the question that I was going to ask you had more to do with commercialism.
Sure.
Because two of Texaco's ideas are like very commercial. Like I could see like a Netflix or an Amazon Prime producing them. And then another idea is more like independent documentary.
Probably like public media.
Yeah.
The documentary concept I had really wanted before our dear government defunded it. I had really hoped to get like public broadcasting funding for it. 'Cause
Okay.
I think it would be like phenomenal as like it's super educational, and also like I just think I think it would be something that like the Office of Hawaiian Affairs
I see.
could be involved in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And like the
like
Kamehameha
that.
schools and like things like that.
Okay, interesting. So I was about to ask you about the tension between like commercialism and I guess like, sorry, this is covering me almost entirely.
Can't have that.
And I guess
Or slack. I'm tall.
also the other thing is Texaco is literally studying like art. What's your actual major called?
Art, film, and visual studies with a secondary in theater, dance, and media.
Exactly that. And I have the jankiest ass video and audio setup, and I feel very embarrassed to have them here right now with my tangle of cords in my bed.
Yeah.
But okay, what I was going to ask is about the tension between commercialism and authenticity, because I'm having this weird thing, at least with my writing, where I'm writing a book right now and I'm going to be publishing a book, and I'll probably try to be publishing multiple books, and I want to maintain this weird sphere in the literary industry where it's like it's commercial in the fact that like it's selling, right? Like people are buying it at like independent bookstores, but also for all intents and purposes like Barnes and Noble, and perhaps there's an adaptation or something. Like I want it to be in that same like level, but I really don't want to produce something. Okay, this is going to make me sound really pretentious. Sometimes when I talk about this on the podcast, I get really nervous that like someone is watching this in my post-successful era and they're like, see, Kate has always been a pretentious bitch. I'm just living my life authentically. I really don't want to just create like shit for like, I'm going to say the masses, but that makes me sound really bad. Like I want to create something that like a very particular genre demographic will buy. Like I want to have like a Sally Rooney trajectory, or like something like my year of rest. I keep saying my comp for the book is that it's my year of rest and relaxation meets Eat, Pray, Love. Like that's the conceit.
Yeah.
But like I don't want to like I want it to be commercial enough to make me incredibly wealthy, but I don't want it to be so commercial that it's just like another one of those YA books with like a turquoise and hot pink cover
Yeah, I know
with
what
like
you're
a
talking
sexy guy and like a
Mhm.
sexy girl on it. Do you know what I mean?
about. Yeah.
There are no sexy men in, well, there might be one, but for the most part there are no men in my book, so that would not be the case anyways. But
Keep them away.
so what do you make of that? Do you
I
experience
think
this tension in your own art?
I definitely think I experience it to some extent. I think I've come to this sort of like conclusion that like people, particularly like I'm drawing back to like the minority population thing, that like we deserve to be represented in
We deserve to be represented.
we do. This is like this is a side tangent, but like a new
That's what the Talking
development-
Over You podcast is all about.
a new
Go for
a
it.
new development in my speech pattern is that I've like started developing, I think when my thoughts are moving too quickly, this like lisp where I've been like and it's
See,
it's
I
really
have
something.
the same baby talk lisp, but it's because my boyfriend and I both told each other, we were like, listen, we can't start doing the baby talk thing.
And then you started doing it ironically,
Yes.
and then it became unironic. No one could have seen that coming. There was no way to know that
But
that
it's
was gonna
actually so
happen.
bad because I spent like so much time with him, and I think we were doing baby talk more than I had realized at the time. And now I'm suddenly back in the real world, not
The
just
real
like
world.
I'm back in the real world, and I'm like, hey guys, what's going on? Anyways,
Yeah.
sorry, you were
Anyways,
saying you were saying you were saying about diversity and representation.
I've sort of come to the conclusion that we, like minority populations, deserve representation in all forms of media, not just media that is going to like rip your soul out and be like super heavy and like difficult to navigate emotionally because it's so heavy in like historical context and like the subjugation of that group. For example, I absolutely loved Killers of the Flower Moon. I think it's a wonderful piece of indigenous representation, although not created by an indigenous man, but a storyline that I think is important, and I think that like Lily Gladstone did so much in representing that. And also like I would love to just like, I don't know, I would love for like a some like preteen to be able to watch something that's like kind of shitty and tacky, just a little bit shitty and tacky, not super shitty, that they're like, oh my god, but she looks like me, you know? Like I really loved watching Shadow and Bones. Rest in fucking peace. I'm so fucking upset about that.
I don't know what this
it's
is.
not okay.
Also, wait, sorry, this is a tangent, but like in the course of you saying that, I realized that like the whole like conceit of this podcast is that I talk over whoever's speaking, but like I don't want to catch a case for silencing native voices. Like you're saying all that, and I have an interjection that normally I would
Kate
make.
is allowed. I'm gonna
Like,
give.
you're saying an interjection. Like I have an interjection that usually I would make, but you're like, I just think native storytelling is really important because, and it's like, listen, I can't be the crazy white woman who's like, well, actually, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Twilight, but like, no, like I can't do that. Like it's.
I'm giving Kate explicit permission to interject and speak over me, for this particular instance. Even if it's speaking over an indigenous woman talking about indigenous narratives. It's okay.
This is so bad.
It's okay.
But what I was gonna say is like, obviously, like, oh, wait, what?
Hello?
Okay, it just started getting really delayed. Like, wait,
Did you fuck something up?
Texaco, please help me.
Oh my god. Hang on.
Like, I'll say something into the microphone and then it won't come through the headphones.
Super delayed. What did you click?
I didn't click. I just clicked this on and off. But when it's recording right here,
That's the 48 hertz. Yeah.
I clicked it on and off. But
I'm
it was
curious as to whether or not you might have like surged the recording and therefore, because the power. Checkity check. This is super delayed. I actually don't know what to do about this.
Okay, wait. Here. It's fine. It's recording right on here. It's just coming through weird through the headphones. Like the clap was timed up right. So we just don't have to listen to the headphones. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Sorry guys. By the way, I've recorded 3 different podcasts where there was a tech issue and we talked for the whole 2 hours and it didn't end up going up.
Sweet mother of pearl.
So I really hope that this doesn't happen with you. But anyways, what I was about to say.
I can't. I'm talking about indigenous narratives.
What I was about to say when I was going to interrupt your conversation about indigenous narratives is that this is so stupid. This is like my actual like first world like annoying white lady problem. But as a woman who is not a size 2, I am constantly thinking about, there was this like particular time at the end of the 2010s where there was a lot of media being made that was like, this isn't your usual rom-com because the girl in it is plus size.
You mean like Devil Wears Prada? That like definitely contributed to my future eating disorder?
No. Because, I didn't realize that not so much Devil Wears Prada. That's like early on.
Early.
I'm talking about like
Oopsie.
Dumplin', that one.
Oh, Tall Girl.
What the fuck
that
was that one
shit?
movie that what's the white blonde comedian who jokes about vaginas all the Amy Schumer.
Oh.
Amy Schumer made one where it was like the whole like conceit of the film is like she's like a size 12 instead of like a size 2. Yeah. And there's that one for whatever reason, you're bringing up Devil Wears Prada made me want to watch Enchanted, and I think it's because I was thinking of that one scene in Devil Wears Prada that takes place in Central Park. Do you know the movie Enchanted?
I do know the movie Enchanted. I'm trying to think of the scene that takes place in Central Park from...
They're shooting like a magazine shoot, and it's like... Yes. But anyways...
These are both very popular movies in my mind. I love them so much.
Did you know Devil Wears Prada was what my boyfriend wanted to watch on our first date where we watch a movie? He was like, we should watch Devil Wears Prada.
Wow.
And
this was like is major points with regards to me liking your boyfriend.
and then the whole movie we're like,
fucking love Devil Wears Prada.
I don't think I like the color of that guy's tie. And Declan was like, yeah, it's pretty gauche. And that was
pretty gauche.
That was like our first. All we did was critique the fashion throughout the whole movie. But anyways, what I wanted to say is that I've long thought that the best representation is the representation that's just there without you talking about it.
Yep.
Like you can make a movie with a pretty woman who is a size 12 and not make the whole movie like, wow, the boy likes her even though she's fat. That's the plot of Dumplin'. Yeah. That's the plot of Dumplin', and it's like that doesn't need to be what it is.
I
so
agree.
That speaks to your point about breathing.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, like, we should be able to have, like, I think this is why I actually loved, like, growing up, loved To All the Boys I Loved Before so much.
Yeah,
because like, Laura Jean was just Asian, and that was just how she was, and that was cool. And, like, John Ambrose was black, and that was, like, not even brought up at all.
Yeah.
It didn't matter, because, more importantly, it was Jordan Fisher.
Yeah.
Who I'm also now 2 degrees removed from.
This is, wait, what? Oh, yeah. Because
guys,
could you be more specific? How?
Through my...
Was he on Girl Meets World?
No, he's Disney.
Oh, okay.
Just Disney in general.
No, but I think this is also an advantage of The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yes.
Because it's also created by the same lady who did To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
Which is kind of why I was just talking to Kate about that. I think I should watch all of... I've not seen any of it. I really want to watch just like all of it right now.
Okay, wait. Can I tell you like a little bit of a spoiler? But by the time you get to this episode, you won't remember it anyway.
Yeah.
So I have not seen the rest of this season. I've only seen the most recent episode, and I need you to know like how like actually fucking ridiculous the show is, because there was a scene in the last episode, and that whole episode is shot from like one of the boyfriend's love interest brother's point of view.
I know like who they are, like I have,
but I'm just gonna keep it really vague because I don't want to like spoil it or anything.
I do think I've also, is this episode 5 that we're talking about?
Is that the most recent one?
I don't know. I'm asking
well, okay,
you.
there was a most recent episode where the pretty girl starts eating a peach.
Yes, this is episode 5.
And it's shot from the perspective of the guy, and it's literally shot like a porn. Like her hair is like, the peach juice is like squirting all over her.
It is.
And I was watching the show and I was like, okay, so what's going on here? It's like dripping out of her mouth.
I really stand with everybody though who was like, if you think this is bad,
no,
Call Me
no.
by Your Name would break you.
Well, yes, that. But also, I was
watched
watching
it.
the show and
I watched the beach scene.
okay.
And I was like,
Wait,
okay.
the Call Me by Your Name one or the
Both.
Okay. Because I was watching. Oh
Both of
no,
them.
something just fell. Oh, be careful. I don't want to stick you with a. Oh, I've got too much shit on my wall. But anyways, I was watching the scene and I wasn't here for it. Like I was like, this is too much. This is too much. Like this is just too. It's too whatever. And then at the end, he takes his shirt.
I know,
And
and
wipes
her
her
mouth.
face with it. And then everything changed. I was like, actually, I think this deserves an Oscar and an Emmy.
Yeah.
And perhaps even a BAFTA. Dare I say it?
BAFTA.
I think the performance here.
EGOT performance.
EGOT. And not
Somehow
for the
we'll get-
actors, just for that shirt.
Somehow
Just
we'll
for that
end up with the
man's hand
Grammys.
lifting up that shirt. It was so hot. It was so hot. My mind was blown. I have the video
Feels very
of Sadie and
Mr.
I's reaction
Darcy
to it.
hand react,
Yes.
like adjacent.
It was so. If listen, if you are a woman between the ages of 16 and 56, you need to go watch this scene now. Google it. It will change your life. This is why I have to have the quieter mind, because all of this is about to be so blown out. Anyways, okay, you were talking about the importance of indigenous representation in media.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love to just have like a like I would love like The Summer I Turned Pretty and it's like two res guys, you know?
Yeah.
Or like it's The Summer I Turned Pretty and it's like somehow like some dude from like I don't know, like Kauai. I don't know. Like it's like I'm like I want like cheesy shitty stuff but also wow, that's a person of color and I feel like it's just like becomes easy. Okay, this is a real specific reference for the ones who get it and the ones who don't. I don't even know how you found this content anyways. Self-insert fan fiction.
Oh, yes.
When they start being like, I pulled up my gorgeous blonde hair and stared at him with my big Aryan blue eyes. I'm always like, fucking Jesus, dude. Because it's like, well, I also want to be able to insert myself in this fan fiction so that I too can be sold to Harry Styles. Like,
by the way, I need you to know, I personally, okay, wait, in case there's a political context that I don't understand, like, please don't clip this, but like, I'm a big proponent of the word Aryan. And every time I whip it out, someone is like, that's a slur.
because it's not a slur. It's
I'm
just
like against
very
white people who are hot and have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Aryan is very directly connected with like Nazi propaganda and like the Nazi regime.
Yes.
That's why I
However,
think people get like shocked by the usage of
okay,
it.
but I'm using it to make fun of the people that the Nazis were like.
Yeah.
I need to be careful about talking. I'm so scared now.
This is a really dangerous road we've taken a gander
But one
down.
time I used the word Aryan and someone was like, you can't say that. And I was like,
No, because it's in no way was it ever used to subjugate white people.
right?
Like if anything, it was used to like uplift them above
I
like
know, and
Jewish
that's why
populations.
I think it's a fun word to use to subjugate white people.
you got them there.
As a white person, it's
Honestly,
certainly not my word.
I think there's
But-
there's certain groups of white people that I think could do well from just a touch, just a smidgen of subjugation.
Including.
I don't know, just like really very specifically the family of four that I sat next to on the plane from London back into the US 2 days ago.
What exactly
my
were they
God.
doing? I don't understand.
This-
You started talking about it to me and we never finished.
Okay. This is now, mind you, the son might go to Harvard, and I hope he does, and I hope he sees this somehow.
Hey, if you are a member of the family that sat next to Texaco on the plane and you are a son of that family, and
If you
go
were
to
on the
Harvard,
Virgin Atlantic
better watch the fuck
VS0011 flight,
you better watch the fuck
sitting
out.
in row 52 A and C, because I was in 51A, and your bitch ass mother wanted me to move so that her grown ass son could sit next to her, because apparently you needed that.
And if you go to Harvard and that was you,
please,
these two neurodivergent ass women who have a thing about time and schedules are going to figure out yours and hunt you down.
Yeah. Let it be known, I will be stepping to you outside of the Carpenter Center in a big way. Okay? I'm going to find you
when
and end
you're
you.
awkwardly walking through the spinny doors at the science center
I'm gonna
that make no fucking sense,
I'm gonna lock you
will
in
also
there.
be there.
I'm gonna lock you
We
in
will
there.
be in the same tiny spinny door cell
Yeah.
that hardly works,
Yeah.
and we'll be there with you.
And that'll be your last moment. The last thing you see will be the spinning, stupid freaking doors in the science center. Anyways, the father was literally furious at the flight attendant because the plane was 20 years old and didn't have it didn't have the like you couldn't plug it in with a lightning cable because it was 20 years old.
I must say,
And he
I
literally
do get a little bit annoyed when my phone is about to die, and I'm like, "Don't, it's fine. I can charge it on the plane." And then I get on the plane.
No, but he was like, I had 7 hours of work planned, and you're telling me that and I was like, if you had 7 hours of work planned, you didn't charge your own fucking computer. I think that's a you issue. And then he literally says, he's like, what? So it's what? It doesn't. And she's like, no, there's nothing. It's a 20-year-old plane. And he goes, so they just couldn't. What? You don't have like portable chargers up there? She's like, no. And he literally
Boomer does not understand the concept
he
of
starts
time
tweaking
passing.
out and is like, well, I hope they fix the engine in that time. I hope there's been a new engine since 20 years ago. What the fuck do you fucking mean? 20 years ago? That's
Was he saying the fuck word?
Yes.
No.
And I was like, you're a dick. And then the mother was clearly racist because anytime I moved at all, she literally flinched like I was physically assaulting her. Like she literally was like,
which is
like,
crazy
every
because
time.
you're just a little tan.
I like
She couldn't take it.
I'm not even at my full color right now. I've already been, guys, London summer is not real summer. There's no fucking sun. I feel so beige. It's fine.
I just feel like this is your mistake because London is just not a real place in general. But
That's real.
I digress.
That's real. It's okay. I had to go get my silly little diploma that silly little Mr. Benedict Cumberbatch signed.
Your lore drops from the summer are like a little bit wild.
Yeah. But yeah, she was tweaking, the dad was tweaking, the sons were giving terrible vibes.
And the thing is, I know.
So those are people who I think should experience a little bit of subjugation.
I know when my loud ass family's at the airport, everyone feels the same way about us. 100%. 100%.
There's like a difference between being loud and being like targetedly and directedly rude and unkind.
I guess that's true. I don't think we do that. I certainly do.
They
not.
were being so
My little sister does though.
Oh.
But she's allowed to. She got a heart transplant or was adopted. And apparently,
I don't mean
ladies
to
and
laugh.
gentlemen, wait, no, you should. And she, you know what? She walks around the world knowing that she has that lore and can wield it accordingly.
This is funny. This is like my dead dad lore, in a way.
Oh, we're bringing that to the pod.
It was so funny.
Yet another subject that's rude for me to talk over. Let it be known. Let another subject.
No, but it was like really hilarious. At Lambda, we were joking and geeking and whatever, and somehow we got into the subject of like dabbing up your father, like dabbing up your dad.
You were like, aw.
No, it was my friend Brian. Shout out Brian McGonga.
Shout out to Brian.
Shout out Brian McGonga. I'm gonna clip this and send it to you, brother.
Brian, I hope you're well.
I miss you, my bro. Anyways,
Godspeed.
literally said to me, he goes, "What? You don't dab up your dad?" And I turned to him, and without a moment's like consideration,
Sorry, I just spilled red wine all over my caramel hair shirt.
Oh,
My white caramel hair shirt. But I think it kind of adds to the aesthetic a little bit.
I think so.
Sorry, continue.
And
I knew that was fucking gonna happen too. Wearing a white shirt with red wine.
Me currently wearing
in a teacup.
a white shirt is giving me a little bit of fear, but it's okay. He was like, "What? You don't dab up your dad?" And I turned very directly to him and just went, "My father is dead, Brian." And it was such a good hit, and he didn't know what to do, and a lot of people there standing around didn't know what to do. I had one other friend there who already knew that, and then started going, "No, it's funny, laugh."
Which
it was
I
funny
feel like
'cause
would make it less funny.
I was literally bent over sobbing laughing. It was so funny to me. It kind of sounds like, I don't know, like a TikTok sound or like a Vine sound.
My father is dead.
What, you don't
Brian.
dab up your dad? My father is dead, Brian.
That
Like,
does sound like a Vine.
It
That
does sound
sounds
like
like
a
a Vine.
I would have done numbers on Vine. It's okay.
Do you want to know what I was talking about yesterday in the car? Was it yesterday that I went
Please.
to Cape Cod?
No.
I-
It was 2 days ago.
Okay.
Because I flew in 2 days ago.
Thank you.
I was at work
2
yesterday.
days ago, we were in the car and a song came on. Fuck, what was the fucking song? Oh, I asked to listen to Closer by Halsey. So, baby,
You
pull
asked
me
to?
closer. I can't sing it.
In the backseat of your
Shh,
Rover.
don't sing it too well because this will get copyright striked. And I can't afford that. So, baby, pull me over. And it started playing. I wanted to listen to it for some godforsaken reason. And I immediately like started doing like musically hand motions like, so baby, pull me over in the backseat of my Rover. And after that I forced everybody to listen to musically songs. And I thought it would be really funny if I started a TikTok, but the whole conceit was that I thought it was musically still. And I just used popular songs.
Why do girls always do that pose?
Do you remember like there was a specific phenomenon where like it was about like how you move the camera and it became about like no. My favorite was when you spun, like you put it this way and then you picked it up this way.
Yeah.
So that it looked like it had like gone like that around you. But there's a particular phenomenon, at least in my school, where the popular girls would be good at musically.
Yeah.
And it would be like they would be able to do the whole like goal was to do like a little move. Like you moved your hands like a really little bit.
Yeah.
But in the camera it like looked like it was like nonchalant musically. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Like mouthing along to songs nonchalantly.
Yeah.
And I recalled that at the time, because I was undiagnosed autistic, I thought that the goal of Musical.ly was to use like obscure sounds and make them popular. Like I did not realize that like the whole bit, the
You were
gig and the
carving
gag,
paths.
is that I was a trailblazer.
Literally
I was a maverick. I didn't realize that the whole point was like you use the same sound that like everyone else has used, and you just try to do it in like a minimalist, nonchalant way. Which, can I be so fucking for real? That's fucking ridiculous. There is no way to make a Musical.ly in a minimalist, nonchalant way. And the fact that that would even be like the beauty ideal of the perfect Musical.ly content is fucking insane to me.
We should start being more chalant about things.
Okay, can I be really honest? This is something I have a huge opinion about. I feel the same. I am a chalant ass bitch, okay? I'm loud. I dress funny. I'm blatantly not right in the head. I have, like, weird interests and, like, weird friends, and I talk about them ad nauseum, which is why I have a podcast called The Talking Over You Podcast with Kate Ravenscroft. However, there is a particular genre of people that I have noticed, especially in the Berklee College of Music students. And all of them. And, you know, other cool people around the world, of course. This is not, like, shade to my roommates or anything. This is just the fact of the matter.
Truth.
They'll be like, oh, my God, I hate people who are nonchalant. Like, it's just so much more cool to be chalant. Like, I hate people who, like, think they're too cool. And then I get to a fucking Berklee College
And
party
everyone's nonchalant.
with all of these people, and I'm like, Sadie was just telling me the other day. She was like, I was at a house party with a bunch of Berklee students, and I actually don't understand how it functions because everybody there was so socially awkward. Like, they were all trying to be so cool that they were socially awkward.
Yep.
And I have had this experience. Like, you ask someone, like, hey, like, where did you get your beer? And they're like, I don't know. Somebody kind of just handed it to me. And, like, maybe it's just because I'm old and
they,
like,
roll their
uncool.
cigarette in front of you, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted a beer, but thank you.
They do it the way like 12-year-old boys in 2008 did kick flips.
Yeah.
Just for shits and gigs.
Yeah.
To prove whatever. No, and I don't understand. Like, there's this genre of people, and I see it on fucking Substack too, where I post every day. By the way, go read my Substack. It's called Not Having Sex in the City with Kate Ravenscroft, because I have a Catholic boyfriend, and I think that's so funny as fuck for a Substack name. So go check it out. But there's this thing on Substack about people being like, the new cool is being authentic. Like, the new cool is like being nonchalant. And then there's a post about
try to be authentic.
and then there's a post about how to be authentic, and it's like, hey, that kind of defeats the whole point. Hey, that's just 6 pictures from Pinterest.
Yeah.
That are like specifically inauthentic.
Yeah, quite literally.
So yeah, I support you in being chalant. Just you actually have to follow through.
Yeah. I would argue I'm a pretty chalant individual. I am have been known to do pretty chalant things, guys.
What is the most chalant thing you did most recently? Do tell.
Something pretty chalant that I did recently was I was in London. I was walking with a couple of friends of mine. This BMW pulled up right against us, and all 4 doors opened, and it was like 5 dudes, and I was like, certainly we're getting jumped right now, which I think is exactly what would have happened had I not been chalant as fuck and gone out into the middle of the main thoroughfare and stopped traffic. I literally just I was like, for my own safety and well-being, I'm gonna get in the middle of the road.
Okay, so
and stop traffic in all directions. It worked really well, guys. I was not stabbed, and I think that stands for a lot.
Okay, I have 2 asides. The first one is, I think that roadmen in London, you may say something different, having just been there this summer, and the British people that are watching this, exactly one of you maybe might have a problem with this, but like, I've seen this meme, I'm rehashing it. I think it's fucking stupid that I'm supposed to be scared of a man with like a 2-inch knife. Like,
okay, here's the thing.
I'm gonna stab you, bruv. I'm gonna stab you.
I'm gonna stab you, bruv.
I'm gonna stab you, bruv.
So
okay, you sound like you're a competitor on fucking Love Island. Get a grip, Twinkle Toes. What do you mean?
This was my
Stupid
friend,
fucking hat.
My friend Brian.
Newsy. Okay, Newsy.
Brian, once again, Brian McGonagall steps back out into the fucking ring of this conversation. His first comment when we got back to his apartment was, they were gonna fucking jump me in them skinny jeans. He was like, in the skinny jeans?
Sorry, you are wearing
You're gonna
skinny
jump
jeans
me in skinny jeans? I can't.
With 10 cuts, like ripping them down the leg.
Mind
and
you.
Also, there are pleated pockets.
So
your denim is pleated.
Pleated.
And your hat looks like a Newsy.
The group walking down the street was me, my friend Brian, and 2 of my other friends who are both black belts. And the black belts went, well, what were we going to do if they had knives? And I went, I don't know. Rip their fucking dick off with your hand. I just
punch, knee him in the balls.
Literally.
Listen, a knife's not cutting through this, baby girl. Like, a knife's not doing it.
Knee them in the balls, knee them in the nose, knee them in the whatever. Like, I was just
like,
I was like, when they were like, if there's a knife, there's nothing that can be done. And I was like, what the fuck is the point of being a black belt if you can't protect yourself against a 2-inch knife?
Like, I understand that, like, this is an American perspective because, like, we have guns that we are more afraid of. So, like, knives seem like nothing in comparison. But, like, I really feel like if a man got out of the car and was like, give me your money, I'd be like, okay, Zoella.
I'd be like that fucking... I love Zoe
Maybe you should go do a Primark haul.
I love Zoella.
Hey, boss man, hand me that 50. Okay, men's not hot very much. Like, go fuck off.
I think the only reason I was like actively like, yo, was because I was traveling with a group of people and one of them was like 4'11", and I was like, I'm concerned for you, even though she's a black belt, but whatever. She was the one who was like, get the head knives. I was like, girl, please. But
yeah, well, I also have a knife.
It's like we all have a knife, and what? Like,
I think we all sing.
I think we all sing.
I think we all have a knife.
I think we all have a knife.
Also, I'm lying.
She literally had mace on her. I was like, now mind you,
she has bear spray. She has bear spray.
In this scenario, she did not pull out her mace, and I went, the issue has nothing to do with whether or not they have a knife. The issue is entirely based off of your lack of self-preservation. That, my dear, is the core.
That's just
problem.
Natural selection at a point.
Yeah, I was like, I immediately saved my life, and all 3 of them were like, well, I was just evaluating the situation. I was like, evaluating? Evaluating?
The other thing I will say is, like,
you're gonna die. That's what you're evaluating, bro.
So my other side is that
funeral. Anyways,
I have a particular relationship with committing violence against men. Because there was a certain situation that I will not divulge on the podcast because it is going in my book. It's like going to be the climax of my novel, so I will not divulge it here. I will tell you after the fact. But I enacted a, dare I say, brilliant form of violence against a man when I was in Italy. And it's fine. I'm safe now. Like, the whole thing was safe when you read it in the book, which you will. It was kind of a ridiculous situation. And he deserved it. It was an act of self-defense. And after I did this thing, a surge of, dare I say, righteousness?
Yes.
Adrenaline?
Yeah.
Rushed through me in a way that has given me so much confidence to move about the world.
Confirmed.
Because, you know, I won the fight. He may have been 5 feet tall and Italian.
Please.
But I won the fight, okay? I won the fight. He thought he could take me. He tried to hit me back. Which is insane. I'm also out of wine. Shit. Fuck. Oh, shit.
And you told me I poured too much wine earlier.
I did.
Here
But
we
let me finish this, and maybe then I'll let you monologue to the pod, and I'll go get us more wine. How about that?
Yeah, I can monologue to the pod.
So basically, like, after that moment, in Western, like, predominantly white areas, the only reason I put that inclusion is because I would not move the same way in Morocco, for example, where I lived last summer.
Yeah.
Like, that would not be like that.
The
would
way
not be
I was
safe
moving
for
in
me.
London, I would like never move that way in the UAE. Like, hell no.
Yeah, but anyways, so like after that, I feel so much more capable of standing up to men. And the most chalant thing that I did was the other day, Grace, Sadie, and I all put wine in a water bottle and walked to Trader Joe's, and then we walked to get a salads for dinner. The whitest woman activity you could possibly imagine.
Kind of beautiful.
White wine from a box in a water bottle, and we're strutting to Trader Joe's and then going to Sweet Green to get salads as a treat. By the way, this was like our fun night out. And
Getting wild.
while we were walking to Trader Joe's, these two guys, we had to walk past a barber shop.
Boo.
So already
Boo.
scary. And these two guys were standing outside, and they were like pretty clearly catcalling us. I was a little bit drunk, and a secret third thing that I will not disclose. But like, so like I didn't register it immediately, but like I heard them talking to us, and I was like, they can't, but like there's no reason for them to be talking to us unless they're catcalling us.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally said, hold on, girls. Sadie and Grace weren't going to say anything because they're nice, very nice women. And I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not the one you fuck with. And I literally turned around and I said, sorry, can I help you? And both of them looked so confused. Like, huh? I was like, sorry, did you just say something to us? I'm using the exact tone that I used, by the way.
Good.
And they were like, no, I didn't say anything. And one guy pointed to his friend and was like, it was him, not me.
Right.
And I was like, good. I didn't think I could fucking help you guys. And they were like, I was like, the next time you've got something to say it to my fucking face, bitch. I don't think I said bitch, but the attitude was there. And I, like, hip popped out like a Karen, like the whole thing.
Right.
And then we walked away, and I was like, they were catcalling us, right? And Grace and Sadie were like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. But the way they looked like goldfish. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're going to catcall a group of 3 girls on the street and then act like a little boy whose dog ate his homework?
I did this.
When I'm like, sorry, can I fucking help you? What the fuck is your problem? Don't do that again. And the thing is, okay, I feel really strongly about this because this is like, obviously I don't want to put anyone in danger, and this is like a very bold position to take, but like, they're not going to stop catcalling us until we start like yelling at them.
Bark back, bitch.
Like, they're not going to stop catcalling us until I wield a threat of violence.
Yeah.
A fist clenched.
Yo,
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm stronger than you. I'm taller than you.
Yeah. I was
Go fuck yourself.
I was at the last night I was in London, I was at a bar. It was a karaoke bar. Well, it was a bar that was doing karaoke. We had been there the last week, and it was fine. But this week, we show up, and it is the largest population of fuck-ass, like, jump-off-a-cliff men you've ever met in your life. I hated every single one.
Can I get an
location.
outfit description? Like, what genre?
Khakis, white shirt.
See, now that's just my boyfriend.
Yes, but your boyfriend is not a 25-year-old sitting on...
See, my boyfriend is indeed 25.
Oh, fuck.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Oh, shit. I forgot. Well, I hope that your boyfriend is not choosing to voluntarily, like, sit on the laps of girls at bars because they think it's funny. So
No, he would never do such a thing. That's
we're
insane.
doing this fucking karaoke. One guy
I would be like,
sits on my friend's
I'd be
lap.
like, oh, baby, tired.
No,
Baby
fully
need a
sits on a...
nappy.
No, literally was, like, grinding, like, sat on her
Oh,
lap.
like it was
just,
sexual.
Like, sexually. And then the other one literally fully, like, wrapped his arms completely around my other friend, who's, again, the 4'11" black belt, who's 18 fucking years old. I was like, get your hands off the teenager. And so I had to turn into a fucking bear and be like, get the fuck out of here. And then my song came up for karaoke. The same 4'11" black belt had broken up.
What was your song for karaoke?
My song was Edge of 17. But
Great.
We find out how that actually caused more conflict than good later, because my friend, who is the 411 black belt, had broken up with her boyfriend that day and was very sad. And we were like, hey,
Rip.
I went up to the DJ and I was like, that's my name. That's my song you pulled, but I am giving it to my friend now. And she's going to sing Smoking Out the Window, Silk Sonic. And she was singing it again with my friend Brian, my man. And the DJ, first of all, was like, why are you doing that? And I was like, because she had a bad day and I'm giving her the song. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
I was like, you pulled my name. I don't care. And then a crowd of 5 grown-ass, stupid fucking looking white British men with terrible haircuts and bad teeth came up to me.
Okay. That's...
And were like, hey, like, my friend wants to sing Edge of 17 with you. And I was like...
They're standing on their tippy toes to talk to you?
I was like, no. And he was like, no. And I was like, no, I'm giving the song to my friend. She's singing a different song. And he was like, but I've been waiting like 3 hours to sing. Mind you, we hadn't even been there for 3 hours.
Men used to go to war.
And he goes, I've been waiting
Men used
for
to
like
go to
3
war.
hours to sing this song. I went, if you wanted to sing the song so bad, why didn't you put your name in for it, you pussy ass bitch? And so he's like, nah. They start pushing around my 18-year-old 411 friend. And I literally get up in this man's face and go, you're going to gang up on an 18-year-old girl as a grown-ass man? And he goes, what? And I get, fuck off. And he goes, and he literally goes, are you serious? And I literally
Are you serious?
I got...
You can't possibly be being serious with me right now.
For representation, I got...
Say it ain't so, love.
I got this close to his face and literally went, fuck off.
See, and why do I always have to be the WWE fighter?
And then they went into, that's what I'm like, why do I have to throw down? Anyways, so then these 5-ass men go into the fucking corner.
Really thoroughly think it has something to do with being tall and brunette. I think the combo and autistic.
Tall, brunette,
that does it.
Lower voice range. Like, if I had a squeaky voice, I would not.
But one of these days,
but
I kind of just want to
I also just like have anger issues. Like, I just...
Well, see, like I'm constantly looking for my next victim because I have energy to let out.
The thrill and joy of threatening to beat the fuck out of a man is like a beautiful.
Well, because also they just don't expect it. They
were
just
so
don't see it coming.
They literally got up and stood in the corner of the bar and were like,
no.
And then my friend sang the song and I said, "Okay, we're leaving," and everybody was like, "What?" And I was like, "Were any of you gonna fight the 5 men that just came up to like bully us?" Or were you going to just sit there and let me do it by myself? Yeah, that's what I thought. We're leaving.
Because I think that I
cussed out so many men on the street of London who kept trying to catcall us.
There's lots of conversations.
I do that in Boston, too.
Yeah,
Boston
me
men,
too.
watch out.
There's lots of conversations about... Oh, wait. Okay, Grace just texted me. I have to go let Grace in. You monologue. I'll get us wine and let Grace in.
Wow. Okay. Can I have the... Oh, I just stabbed myself on your little heart thing. It's fine. Speaking of men and catcalling, I think there is frankly nothing that makes less sense in the disrespect of women than catcalling. Because the fact of the matter is, you, a man, typically, I've not seen women catcall, frankly. So until I do, like, it doesn't exist. You, a man, are going to, on the streets of insert city here, come to me and go, oh, hey, sexy, whatever the fuck. And then I don't respond to you, and you go, fuck you fucking bitch. Did you think it was gonna work? Like, what was your intended reaction? Like, what did you think? You thought I was gonna turn and be like, oh my god, you're the man I've been looking for this whole time, the love of my life. Like, please serenade me into the great beyond. No, that was never gonna happen, and it never will happen. And frankly, the fact that you think it's going to happen at all is insane and clinical. And I've been told by New York City catcallers, as someone who was walking down the street in New York City and got catcalled, or was going to get catcalled up to the point that they saw my face, that apparently I look like, and this is quote unquote, I look like I kill my boyfriend.
Yeah, you want to be my boyfriend?
And
that's what I'd say.
And
actually, I'm looking for a new
one. They
one.
literally just went, oh, she looked like she'd kill her boyfriend. And that was beautiful. because I like literally beat New York catcalling. Because sometimes I walked back past them, they literally just went shrooms, LSD, which I thought was hilarious. But I just want you to know that if you're a catcaller in any large metropolitan city, I am your biggest threat. And if you cross my path, I will annihilate you like Thor on a rage in the middle of a thunderstorm.
Texaco, have you ever seen the movie Promising Young Woman?
I have not seen
Don't
it.
watch
I've heard
it.
a lot about it.
Don't watch it.
I've heard a lot about it.
I
I've
watched
seen clips.
it.
I disliked it. I did not watch it.
I watched it. Well, the thing is, I'm not telling you not to watch it because I don't think you'd like it. I watched it, and I don't know your reasons for not liking it. I watched it, and it just fueled my rage.
That's
like,
real.
I watched it, and I was like, no, I could do this. And say to my friends, that my best friend and my mom were like, what do you mean you could do this? And I was like, I could go pretend to be, like, drunk in bars and then, like, kill men. I could scare them like that. And they were like, don't fucking do that. Like, it actually, like, fueled my, like, plot for,
That's
like,
real.
for, like, revenge in a way that I didn't think was possible. Anyways, what I was going to say is that everybody these days wants to talk, like, choice feminism this, choice feminism that. My choice as a feminist is to threaten physical violence on catcallers.
Always.
And if I get any stronger, like,
it's over.
It's
for
over
you
for
all.
you guys. It's over. It's over. I'm sorry. Like, I don't give a fuck if I get hit in the face. Because what? You're going to hit a woman in the face? You're going to punch a lady on the street in the face?
You're going to punch an indigenous disabled woman in the face? You're going to hell and to jail. And also, just frankly, like, the amount of rage I have packed up in me is so uncontrollable the second you set it off. Like, I literally become the world's worst enemy the second I get angry.
Yeah.
And, like, very rarely do people see me actually genuinely angry.
Yeah.
But when I am genuinely angry, I am on a, like, path of destruction and rage that, like, is so incomparable.
Have you ever tried?
And there's nothing that makes me angrier.
I'm so angry.
There's nothing that makes me angrier than a grown-ass man bullying a young woman.
Yeah, brother, go invest in the
Go
S&P 500.
Jerk your fucking penis off elsewhere with your friends. Like, I know you do. Like, go, because I know that's what you want to do. So
no,
why don't you just go do that and leave me alone?
Breaking things?
No, I do go on, like, verbal rants often. And I think that that's important.
No,
because I get the breaking things
within
thing.
the last year. No,
but I love, like, wielding my intelligence to point of violence.
I didn't think that I cared about the breaking things thing either. And then within the last year, I got into a very particular argument with a particular person. And it resulted in me smashing wine bottles in my back, like,
oh, yes,
like
I heard
car
about
park.
this.
And it was so
I imagine
awesome.
it's very cathartic.
It was so cathartic. And not only that, but the person who you're arguing with is immediately like, oh, this is a crazy bitch. Like, oh, this is a situation out of the normal scope of my arguing with people. And it kind of just sets the tone for the rest of the conversation in a way that I found to be really refreshing. So unfortunately, my takeaway from getting violent and throwing things
is get more violent and throw more things.
Get more violent and throw more things. But to this particular person, I would never do this to again because they just don't deserve it. But at the time, I was mad. At the time, I was really, really mad. And it was the only way I was going to be able to be mad without just, like, being really mean to them. Even though I guess that's, in a way, still mean to them. I don't know. I like being a crazy woman because I'm hot, so I can kind of, like, get away with it. Like, I think if I were a man, it would be a problem. But
I think so, too. I don't even know that I'm hot enough to get away with it. But
oh,
I think
Texaco, I assure you, you certainly are, my dear. You certainly are.
I think I'm just like a.
Do you need a gold star?
I think I'm just a. Shut the fuck up. I think I'm just like a scary person in general. Like, people find me scary, and I find that thrilling.
That's right, bitch. Be scared.
Like, be scared. Stay bald, jobless.
For those of you who are wondering, when I walked back into my room, I poured red wine on myself again. Rip Kamala.
Poor Kamala.
We were rooting for you. We were all
rooting for you.
But I do actually think that the red wine stand, like, adds to it.
There's something about it.
There is something about it. And the funny thing is, one of the first times I had lunch with my roommate Mila in Boston.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say with Kamala.
The first time I had lunch
Anyways.
with my roommate in Boston, Mila, she's like, Mila's been on the pod. She's like super artsy, like, you know, whatever. And she like accidentally spilled some shakshuka on her dress. And at the time she was like, I think it kind of adds to my outfit. And I thought to
Please.
myself, this is a crazy art bitch. But guess
It's
where
real.
I am now.
It's real.
Guess where I am now.
I think it adds to my outfit. I love that.
Yeah, and in this case,
It probably did.
in this case, no, it did not. I love Mila so much, but I looked at her. I was like, "There's no way." Like, you are an SNL skit of a person, which she is, and I love her for it very deeply.
I'm living in her room, and I can kind of confirm,
Okay,
like just in spirit, I feel the vibes.
you feel her cultural residue.
I feel the like vibrations of the space.
Okay, last question, because honestly, we've been talking for quite a while at this point.
Help.
If you could have, I asked this to like everyone. I don't know why this. I think it's because I really like my personal answers to this question, and therefore I like to ask other people this question in order to bait them into asking me what my answers are.
Right.
If you could have dinner with 5 people, dead or alive, any point in history, which 5 people would it be?
My dad, for starters.
That actually might be the best answer so far. 8. That's insane.
My
but
dad, for
okay.
starters.
Rest in peace, Texaco's dad.
Yeah, rip my dad. And then I feel like it would be interesting to have dinner with, for if no other reason than entertainment, like at the dinner, Marie Antoinette.
Icon. Great answer.
I've
I've been meaning to rewatch that Sofia Coppola film.
It's so like non-historical, but like just indulgent in a way that I love.
Listen,
Sofia Coppola's films are
if it's
incredibly
cunt,
indulgent.
does it have to be accurate?
No. Sofia Coppola's films are incredibly indulgent in a way that I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Although I had issues with Priscilla, it's fine. Anyways.
What were your issues with Priscilla?
I had issues with like editing things where I was like, why do we keep
Okay.
cutting to black?
Okay.
Why have we used
'Cause-
this metaphor of the tapioca pudding so many times and then actually never really gone through with it? Why?
Wait, what was the metaphor of the tapioca pudding?
Like multiple times there was a bowl of like that was like focused on, like there was like complete focus on just that object, and so I was like, clearly this is representing something. It was a bowl of white tapioca pudding with a cherry in the middle of it, which clearly seems representative of her virginity or whatever, her
Yeah.
youth. And then it just sort of like, we never saw the tapioca pudding again, and it was like we saw it like 3 times in perfect condition.
Well, because we never saw her virginity.
Right,
youth
but what I
again.
really wanted to have happen, because there was a time where she was like sitting there eating it in the diner, and then like Elvis sits down in front of her.
You wanted him to take a bite of it.
I really wanted him to
See,
bite the fucking
and that would be a
tapioca
great.
pudding.
No, at the time I watched Priscilla, I watched it with a friend,
Ugh.
and this
Also, the ADR was
Wait, what's
so
that?
the automatic dialogue replacement was so bad. It sounded like she was literally like 3 rooms away in a completely different space than
I
he was
have-
in,
I'm gonna
and
have
it
to
sounded
notice this next time I watch it.
insane.
No, the first time I watched it with a friend, and at the time this friend was like visibly unable to get past the fact that like the age difference was uncomfortable in the movie theater,
That's
Which
like
I
the
think
whole
is-
point.
which I think is totally fine. Like, if you have a problem with that, whatever. And also the casting, frankly, was really well done because he's really big and tall, Jacob
And
Elordi, and she's really short. And
You've seen those photos of Jacob Elordi? Honey, I've seen every photo of Jacob
indeed I have. And
He was really attractive up to the point that he was cast in Wuthering Heights, and I was confused and also kind of disgusted. Anyways,
I have not yet to see those pictures.
he looks kind of ugly. It's fine.
But sorry, what did you just
the
say?
beard he grew looked so ratty and nasty. That I was like, what is fucking going on?
No, okay, but here's the deal. Like, I watched Priscilla with this friend, and like
Right.
after the movie, they were just like, that movie was so awful. Like, I couldn't deal. And I was like, okay, whatever. But like, that's not a valid criticism of it. So now whenever I hear of people not liking the movie, like, not that it's not a valid, it's just like it comes with the territory. Like, you're gonna watch a movie about a weird age gap relationship. You can't be annoyed when there's a weird age gap relationship in your weird age gap relationship movie.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
My issue was not about the age gap relationship. It was almost entirely lying in post-production.
Which is hilarious. And also, Neurodivergent. Dare I say?
God forbid I be a filmmaker. No, I was getting mostly upset at post-production stuff where I was just like, why is the ADR so bad?
Okay.
Why are we cutting to black so often? It kind of felt like they were cutting to black so often because there was things that were supposed to be in the movie that then got like cut out because she was in a legal battle with like the like Elvis estate.
Wait, she was?
Yeah, she was in a legal battle with the estate to be like buried on the to be buried at Graceland so she could be buried with him and the kids. And so
wait, Priscilla was?
Yes.
Or I thought you meant Sofia Coppola just randomly wanted to be buried with Elvis.
No, Priscilla, because Priscilla was the executive producer on the show, like on the film. So it was like she made it, and so the thing is like it's like however that interpretation is, and this is why I'm like I can't even argue with what was in it because it's like well Priscilla is the one who greenlit it, so if Priscilla's gonna make her Priscilla movie, then there you go.
The other thing
my issue was that I think they kept cutting to black because there was supposed to be more stuff that they then decided to cut out because that's why this is why there's no Elvis music in the entire movie. It's because the estate wouldn't give them the rights to it because they read the script and they were like, this is too critical of him and paints him as being a really bad person.
It's insane that Priscilla is not the Elvis estate.
No,
I guess like they're divorced,
like,
but she still wants to be buried with him.
I think I don't know if it's just him. I think it's more because the kids are buried there, and so she wants to be buried there.
Wait, her kids are dead?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, what?
Did you not like immediately after the Elvis movie, her daughter died?
Oh shit! No, I did not know that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And the son, her grandson.
By the way, I think the Elvis movie is bad. I understand the maximalism of it, but like the accent that Tom Hanks does in this is just downright fucking annoying.
I also don't know why.
And the editing is stupid.
It was not the Elvis movie. It was like the Colonel movie, and I really hated that.
Yeah, fuck the Colonel movie. All my homies hate the Colonel movie. But basically, like, I read, so afterwards, because I'm a female manipulator, I read the Elvis book, the Elvis and Me book, and reading that paints a really clear picture of, like, this is a brutal story. Like, it's not a love story. And when you listen to Priscilla talk about it in the interviews, it's kind of fucking insane because she's saying one thing and like she's describing like what is happening in the movie, like, oh, he gave me gifts and he showered me in compliments, whatever. And then you see it in the movie that she greenlit and you're like, hey.
That's the thing is like I think there was content cut out of the movie because all of those interviews that she was doing was during her having this legal battle with the Elvis estate to be buried at Graceland. And so I think she like majorly changed her tune to try and like persuade them to allow her to be. And so I think there is shit cut out of the movie that should have been there that they literally just go, because it's always towards like right when tension builds in a scene, all of a sudden it cuts.
That would really explain the weird pacing of it.
This is my theory. This is
I really like this a lot.
My conspiracy theory is that there's actually a like original director's cut of this film that is way more harsh and directly critical and like really paints Elvis as a villain and a manipulator.
It would be interesting to
and an abuser.
It would be interesting to see after Priscilla dies. This is like very like large speculation. Like they bury her at Graceland. I wonder if she has signed like a special clause with Sofia Coppola, like to release a kind of director's cut. Yeah. So what are they gonna do? Fucking dig up her body?
Well,
no. You think they would?
I don't know if they would, but they definitely
that would cause public outrage.
I think it would definitely cause some issues.
Yeah,
certainly. But my like running theory is that there's actually a version of it that is much more aggressive and egregious with regards to its like critiques of and depictions of Elvis.
And I'm gonna be honest,
it literally like to get around it, they like so that she could continue this legal battle with like being like, look, I didn't critique him that bad, like it was literally like our love, look, it's our love. They literally were just like cut to black, and that's why the editing is ass.
My heart goes out to that little girl, that tiny little girl who plays Priscilla in that movie. I don't know who her name is.
She's what so her small.
Name is. She's very small. But if Mr. Jacob Elordi was yelling at me like that, I think I would cry. Like even if we were acting, I think I'd be like, you don't mean that, do you? Like I'm literally tearing up right now thinking of it. Like, she's so tiny.
She's super tiny.
Imagine being that small and someone that much taller than you. I'm literally crying right now.
That would be like if like Shaq yelled at me.
Yeah, I'm literally crying. Like, also, it's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny that
be like Shaq yelling at me.
15 minutes ago we were like, yeah, we'll fuck you up. And now I'm like, oh my God, I'm just a small little girl. And Jacob Elordi, imagining him yelling at me
I
like
feel like
that
if Jacob Elordi yelled at me like that, I think I would just like get angry.
I actually would cry.
No, I'd get angry.
Oh. I think it's something. Maybe it's just men who I'm attracted to.
There's like a scene where like,
that makes me cry.
There's a scene where like he throws something at her, and like had I been her, I actually would have just like jumped across the room and like throttled him.
Okay, so anyways, like, you hope to have dinner with your dad, who's dead, and also Marie Antoinette,
who's also dead.
Someone
alive.
Do you think they'd get along?
No. I'm very particularly designing this dinner like for my personal entertainment and for like stories afterwards. Like, this is not like a moral and ethical dinner in any rate.
I would not. Mine certainly is not.
So my dad, Marie Antoinette, my biological grandmother, who I hate.
Wait, why do you want her to be at your special dinner then?
Because the tea, bro. I essentially
Does she get along with your dad?
No. I want her to get ripped apart by my dad. And I think he would rip her apart way more now after everything she's done in the like last like how fucking old am I? In the last like decade and a half that he's been dead.
How do you think Marie Antoinette would get along with your grandmother? I mean, they're probably like around the same age, so
please. I think Marie Antoinette would get along with my dad more.
Okay, so now you're just setting up a situation where Marie Antoinette and your dad are
ganging up on my grandmother.
Ganging up on your grandma.
Mind you, she's still alive. I think she needs to die immediately, but it's okay.
Okay, wishing death on an alive person is a very new territory on the pod. So is Nazi discourse. I did not think the disabled indigenous woman would bring the controversy, but I guess here we are.
I just am like, I don't know. She's at an age where I'm like, I feel like my grandfather has
needs
to come get his girl because it's too much.
I was gonna say I've had conversations with straight white men on this podcast that are less controversial, and then I realized there's never been a straight white man on this podcast.
I was gonna say, I was like, you had a straight white man on this podcast?
No, I think I'm gonna make either my boyfriend or Sadie's current flame.
Please, Sadie's current flame.
Or should I just bring them on together?
Both. Oh my God, ultimate duo. That would be insane.
We can just put all of our DEI stuff into one episode, and by DEI stuff for this, I mean a white straight man.
Wait, do you think we could just like create like an interrogation list? That's just like,
what do you mean?
I don't know. Like
Aiden Bowers is going to be at the top.
Like, if
we're talking about white men we want to interrogate.
No, I'm saying like just a list of questions that are like, if you were in this scenario, what would you do?
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, that wouldn't actually be fun with my boyfriend because he's like has this whole thing for chivalry and like being like an upstanding guy. And he's like, he won't even
political, ethical questions to be answering.
Well, indeed he does, but that is not going to happen on the Talking Over You podcast with Kate Ravenscroft. It is not the proper forum. But he would not be fun to. He does not answer questions because he takes. The thing is, like, you and I could take a question like, would you ever murder a man who catcalls you? Like, we can be like, yeah, that's funny as fuck. Like, 100% I would, and like be jokey about it. But like, if you ask Declan, like, sorry.
Like, I think murder is ethically wrong.
Yeah, like he wouldn't be fun about it.
Boo.
I don't think.
Boo.
Maybe I'm underestimating him. He means what he means when he says what he says.
That's fair. My dad, Marie Antoinette, my alive grandmother. Maybe Elvis actually. He's like my problematic fave.
Wait, what? What do you mean you're giving a voice to the abuse that Elvis committed against Priscilla, and then you're going to sit here and say that he's your problematic fave?
Guys, I'm so sorry. He's super problematic, but also, like, his music is so good. Like, we have to just...
My problematic fave is at my dinner table, too, so I understand.
He's so dead that he's not making any money off of it anymore. It doesn't matter. But I feel like all these people would argue a lot. And then, what's, like, one other person?
By the way, when I asked this question to Ella Winnie, like the best, like most well-adjusted person I maybe even know at all, she was like, well, I kind of want to have it with my mom because I love my mom. And I really want to meet my grandma. because I never got to meet her, and I think I'd love her.
I'm literally just like,
and like
I'm
just like maybe my
farming
favorite
drama.
runner would come and we could talk about running. Like she like very like was like, I want to have a peaceful dinner, and the fact that you're just like, I want to start a fight. I want to start a brawl.
I think it'd be funny.
Fucking hilarious.
I know exactly who I'd make the last person at the dinner table.
But you've only got Elvis, your grandma, your dad. That's only 3. You have
Marie
2 more.
Antoinette.
Oh, Marie Antoinette. Sorry. Okay, you have one more.
My one last one.
Yes.
First female Supreme Court Justice of the United States of America, Sandra Day O'Connor. I love that woman. And I think, like,
I think this is my favorite. I think this whole list is my. I think this whole list is my favorite answer to this question so far. Like 1,000,000,000%. No one else has done it better than you have. Maybe not even me.
This is what I mean by, like, I'm truly so chalant, guys. I feel like Sandra Day O'Connor, like, superseding.
I'm at a loss for words. And Elvis.
I'm saying, like, Sandra Day O'Connor superseding over the inevitable argument between Elvis, my alive grandmother, my dead father, and Marie Antoinette would just be, like, phenomenal.
I literally, right now, I look like a man who just saw a pair of boobs. Like, literally, my eyes are, like, wide, and I'm, like, blinking in awe. Like, your mind is just
love
so
Sandra Day
amazing.
O'Connor. I have a, she wrote one children's book, like, ever about her childhood, and I have a signed copy. Like, from Sandra Day O'Connor to me.
Why do you
love her.
Why do you have celebrities signing everything?
It's like,
why is that a new thing
it's
going on
really
in your life right now?
niche people. Well, Sandra Day O'Connor had that for years. I've always had that.
Okay.
I've had that since I was in, like, the
You were an
second grade.
OG Sandra Day O'Connor
Well, she's
fan.
from Arizona.
Oh, I see.
And so she did this event at, like, the Arizona, like, Heritage Museum where, like, she had her book. And, like, it was a book signing event. And so
and you were literate at the time.
And so, yeah, I was.
And you were excited to read her book.
I was. I love it. It's literally about, like, it's like her dog and then, like, a bobcat that showed up on her farm that they, like, took care of. I love it. It's a children's book. And a family friend of ours that was, like, one of my elementary school friends' moms was at the event. And so, because my mom couldn't make it because of work. So,
Many such
and
cases.
I was in school. My mom was not going to pull me out of school for Sandra Day O'Connor, which is fucked. I should have been pulled out of school for Sandra Day O'Connor. It's fucking Sandra Day O'Connor. But at any rate, I have a signed version of it. It's like to Isabella, which is my legal name.
Wait, okay. Is this too intrusive a question to ask for the pod? Why don't you go by Isabella?
For the bit, truly.
Oh,
like,
okay.
it's like a
10 out of 10 answer.
It's like-
Dubs.
It's like a nickname that I got in high school from guys. Okay, really quick lore drop because we've been talking for a while.
I also have to tell you my dream dinner party, and I need to watch the horror on your face grow.
Okay,
Because the whole point of the question is that I'm a narcissist.
I'm gonna speed run my
go
explanation
speed
of
run
Texaco.
ex-boyfriend lore. Go quick.
Texaco, not ex-boyfriend. What?
Well, you just said a guy in your high school.
No, I said a teacher at my high school.
Oh. Well, you can never be too short.
2 teachers at my high school were low-key racist, and instead of just referring to me as Isabella, as the only individual in the gifted program named Isabella, they started referring to me as Texaco as a reference to my last name, which starts T-E-X, because I guess calling the Latino indigenous girl the name of a gas station is funny to them. They then proceeded to accidentally say it to my face, and I was like, oop, and they were like, don't ever say this to anybody else ever again.
This is insane.
And then 2 weeks later, they said it on a bus full of student council kids because I was a student council kid. And so I was like, well, cat's out of the bag. 2 weeks after that, the global pandemic hit, so it didn't even fucking matter anymore. I come back senior year of high school. I'm like, I'm going to start acting in theater because I had only ever been doing, like, playing in the pits as a cello player up to that point. I'm there for auditions. There are 3 Isabellas in the room. One girl is like, I will be Isabella. The other girl is like, I'm going to go as Bella. And I just whip out, I'm going to go as Texaco. And everyone's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Formative moment.
And so
main character
I
moment. And then they all clapped.
I literally was just like, oh, it's a nickname from these teachers. And they were like, oh, okay. And they just sort of went with it. And so I, like, reclaimed the racist nickname to be, like, something that I actually love. Because it's, like, very, like, gender neutral. And it's, like, a great stage name. And, like,
I think it's a great name.
It's a great, like, artist name.
It's so unique and
identifiable.
identifiable.
And it, like, keeps me very, like, it keeps my art and my work very separate from, like, my personal life and like who I am as a person, which means that like when my art gets
I feel
really
honored
harshly
to be a part
critiqued,
of your art and your work, by the way, because I call you Texaco and not Isabella.
pretty much everybody, I mean, nobody calls me Isabella anymore. My mom calls me Uli or Uliana, which is my Hawaiian name.
Okay.
And that's like my tight, really close, like my inner family
see.
circle refers to me by my Hawaiian name. Nobody calls me Isabella really anymore, other than like doctors and every fucking teacher at Lambda because they had it wrong on the sheet. Anyways, but I really love Texaco because it's just like super neutral, but also like unique, and so like people like hear it once and they remember it.
Yeah, it's
which
awesome.
is great when you work in the arts because you need a name like that. It's ridiculous. And then
that's what
also
my last name is for me.
Ravenscroft. Yeah,
it's good shit.
and it shortens.
Thanks,
out.
Daddy. Love you.
It shortens out
But
to.
I met my father.
Help. It shortens out to Tex, which is like the family nickname. My mom was Tex. My cousin is a chef at Nobu Lanai. Shout out.
Sorry, can I
and
go?
He's Chef Tex.
Hey, can I get in? Can I get a rest?
Could certainly try. Could certainly try. Once you
I
like,
love
get there,
Nobu.
like,
I'm sorry. I've been to Nobu once. I absolutely love it.
He is very helpful
the crispy
at getting
fucking
reservations
rice is so
and
good.
shit. For that kind of stuff. Yes, probably. Anyways, that's the short of the long of my name. But yeah, Isabella is not like a oh my god, don't use that. But it's just like now no longer feels like me because I've been Texaco for so long, and I enjoy being Texaco because it's sort of like fun and unique. But like I've always been Uli or Uliana, like to my mom. She's never called me Isabella, so it really didn't like affect my inner like family circle either.
Interesting.
Anyways, your 5.
Okay. First, we have Anthony Bourdain.
I'm so upset every time I remember that Anthony Bourdain is dead.
I know. May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
I need to add him to my rotation of people that I pray for at nighttime, I think.
I genuinely hope that, like, in my lifetime, I make Anthony Bourdain proud of what I do.
Yeah, me too.
Anyways.
Anthony Bourdain, love you so much. Then we have Anne Frank.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever read Anne Frank's diary.
I have.
She's fucking based.
Yeah.
You should read it again as an adult. It is phenomenal.
I should read it again as an adult.
It is phenomenal content. Okay, this is where it gets a bit controversial.
Okay.
We have Tana Mojo.
I'm interested in like conversation that would happen between like
this
Anthony
is my problematic
and
fave. Imagine Anne Frank, Tana Mojo, and Anthony Bourdain having a conversation together.
Ripped apart.
Like
Tana would not survive.
No. Clearly, you're not a routine viewer of the canceled podcast.
No, I think Anthony Bourdain would bring down some like God forbidden like concept upon her head, and then Anne Frank would be like, also
this is what you're missing. See, okay, Tana Mojo is my problematic fave. Right. Like, I've talked about it frequently. It's not something I'm ashamed of. I've seen her live show before. Like, I feel strongly. I think she is smarter than people think. She's about to drop an insane expose book about her like abusive, parentified childhood and growing up in Hollywood, and she's completely sober now.
I guess this is the question: is it Tana Mojo as her internet personality, or Tana Mojo the person?
No. Tana Mojo the person.
This is interesting.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Isn't that fun? Okay, Anthony Bourdain, Tana Mojo, Anne Frank, Alice Roosevelt.
Cool.
Teddy Roosevelt's daughter.
Come on, White House Princess.
Icon.
Did you see that show?
Okay, I actually have tea. Okay, anyways.
We're back.
We're back.
Really important Harvard
theater tea. But essentially, so, okay, Alice Roosevelt and then Martha Stewart.
I love Martha Stewart.
Oh
my god.
Martha Stewart, Alice Roosevelt, Anne Frank, Tana Mojo, Anthony Bourdain. And then finally, for extra measure, if I get an extra person, Joan Didion.
I like that.
Why the fuck not?
I think if I had an extra person, I'd put Martha on my table.
Those are my.
I love Martha Stewart.
Bro!
I don't care what. I don't give a fuck what she did to the IRS. So why is she sexy? I don't know. I don't give a fuck about what she did to the IRS.
Not only do I not give a fuck what she did to the IRS, but like I'm supportive of whatever went down.
Yeah,
have you seen her documentary?
Yes.
Bro, do you know that part where she fucking goes? Okay, wait. Okay, I'm saying this right now. If my boyfriend's watching this, like, I don't mean this for me. I'm just supportive of this in other people, whatever. She gets married.
Yep.
She goes to Florence.
Yep.
She's in the Duomo on her honeymoon. She's by herself.
Yerp.
Her husband's not adventurous. He did not come with her.
Boo fucking who.
What does she do? It's Easter Sunday. What does she do in the Duomo? She makes out with an Italian hottie. And then what does she do? What does she do? She talks about it on her famous documentary.
Ugh, I love her.
Decades after the fact.
I love her.
I literally have full body chills right now.
I love her.
Like, I'm literally having the chills.
Guys, not to bring this back to my dead dad, that, like, literally, she low-key, like...
Martha Stewart killed your dad?
No. But she definitely got me through, like, having a dead dad. Because dead dad was a thing, but you know it was also a thing at the exact same time? Martha Stewart Halloween special. And so, I... like, yes, it happened in August, but, like, by August, like, Halloween special was already out because you had to be prepped for Halloween.
Yeah.
Like, literally, my life was, like, falling apart around me, but I was like, yo, she's so smart. What a smart,
but what if I
lady.
watch this cunt older woman on television?
I was like, look at this smart, intelligent lady who's filling...
My father may have passed away, but Martha Stewart is forever.
I was like, look at this smart, intelligent lady who's filling this glove full of water so that she can have an ice hand that looks like a bloody hand outline in her fruit punch. She was so intelligent to me. And then every time I was ever, like, in the grocery store and I saw, like, a Martha Stewart Halloween... Guys, I love Halloween. Ugh, I'm so excited for Halloween. Please, if God is listening...
Please come to my birthday
I'm
party
going
this
to
year.
come.
Please
I
come
will
to
be
my
there.
Halloween birthday
I
party
will be
this
there.
year.
But if God is listening right now, and I hope you are, given the fact that I'm sitting here with a Catholic's girlfriend...
Is that my new identity?
I don't know, but it feels affiliated to God.
God is with us by virtue of the fact that I really have a thing for Saint Rita because she is the saint of lost causes and abused women.
Great.
And
Saint Rita, because I am a lost cause. I beg of you, I beg and plead of you, the person that I am interested in, and you all know who it is because I've been saying it for far too long, Miss Saints and God.
I'm certainly aware myself, and I'm not even a saint. I'm not even all-knowing.
Please, 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 let us be dating by Halloween so that I can finally have a couple's costume. Because if I don't get to have a couple's costume in the exact way that I want, I'll literally have a maniacal, unforgiving, villainous, like,
now we have to talk about
breakdown, and like it'll literally be like Prince of Egypt style, like I send the plagues upon your house, upon your fields.
Now we have to have a conversation.
Like, it won't stop.
Now we have to have the conversation about what my boyfriend and I are doing for Halloween.
What?
Because there are plans. Because I am fucking obsessed with Halloween. My birthday is on October 20th. Halloween is my favorite holiday. Every single year, when I'm thinking about my budget, the money I'm going to spend in this
Halloween.
Literally, I was talking through, because my boyfriend was looking at my finances, and I was talking through him, and I was like, well, that's Halloween weekend, so I'll spend a bunch of money that weekend. And he was like, on what? And I was like, I don't know.
Life, sir.
Alcohol, costumes,
life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Literally, it's my fucking God-given right as a woman to dress up on fucking Halloween, especially in a couple's costume. So this year for Halloween, I'm only telling these people because nobody watches to the end of my podcast anyways that wouldn't already know about the fact that these costumes are happening. And if you steal them, I'm going to fucking hunt you down and fuck your dad, and if I'm out of a relationship by then, and then kill you, because I feel very strongly about this. We're going to do Phantom Up. Okay, for the context, my boyfriend and I have a very particular vibe. He's super Catholic. I'm like a manic pixie dream girl. It's kind of a whole thing. And we're both like very fancy individuals. And like these costumes really just go with our whole aesthetic. I have a few ideas. First of all, we're going to do Phantom of the Opera.
Love.
100%. Him in a mask.
I feel like you've mentioned this already.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Candelabra, the whole thing. His ultimate like dream girl crush is the ingenue in The Mummy.
Love.
Are you familiar?
I am.
So we're going to be doing, in fact, the Mummy costume.
Excellent.
Because believe it or not, I kind of look a little bit like her. We have the same hair a little bit. And then future years, we recently saw. Did you see The Phoenician Scheme?
I have not yet, but I've seen the ads.
Okay, so there is a very funny relationship in this where one of the girls is a nun.
Yes.
Which works because he's Catholic. It's
Catholics.
awesome. And I'm going to be her, and she has a love interest who is Michael Cera.
Yes, I know who they are because
Yes.
I've seen them in the ads.
So this is another idea. We also have... I love him so much because coming up with Halloween costume ideas for us is so easy. Well, probably for my birthday, I think I'm going to make him be my knight in shining armor because he really wants to wear a knight costume.
Yeah.
He told me originally he wanted to be a jester.
I was gonna say make him a jester.
No, he wants to be a jester so bad, but like he's my boyfriend, and I want to be a princess, and I'm going to have a pointy hat with the tool coming out of the top of it.
He can literally be the royal court jester. Like,
And that's what he wants.
I want that for
But
him.
I want him to be a knight. He wants to wear a knight outfit.
Let him be that. Well, it'd be funny if the bouncers were dressed as knights.
Oh, that would be funny. For those... Okay, wait. We have to end the podcast soon because I'm about to give away all of my good content.
Don't.
I'm having a medieval-themed birthday party, and if you're one of my friends, you should fucking come to it. I don't even care if you're out of state. You can sleep on the floor of my room. It's going to be a blowout time. I'm going to get drunk as fuck.
It's going to be fire.
We're all going to be dressed. I want it to be like... okay, this is what I really want. Shrek vibes. Like, there's a tavern, and they're all drunk, and it's funny.
Yeah.
But it's, like, medieval-themed.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
I like it.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Low-key, this might be my podcast, my favorite podcast so far. We've talked for so long.
I'm so glad.
I have no idea what I'm going to title it. Talking over indigenous voices.
Silencing indigenous voices.
Silencing indigenous voices with Kate Ravenscroft. Okay, no, that's a fucking joke.
Can you imagine that's the one video that goes viral?
And honestly, it would be. And honestly, of course, the video with all my fantastic Halloween ideas would go viral too. And now everybody's gonna be the Phantom of the Opera with their pale boyfriend.
I need so badly for us, not us, but the proverbial us that is the individual who I'm interested in, for us to be dating, and for us to do the Addams Family together in the way that I would like us to, so that
Declan and I will make our way to that.
So that we can be Morticia and Gomez for Halloween and have already been that because we would already do the show as that. And two ways.
Oh. Okay. Wait, are they doing Addams Family this semester?
Yes, that is the role that I'm hunting for.
So should I audition? ?
If you beat me for Morticia,
it certainly would not be one of us. Do you want to know who it would be? Probably. You don't think so? Okay, but has she pulled off any other role that she is in the way that is necessary?
No, but I have been.
I think we have to talk about this after the podcast ends. I think we might.
We need to get off the pod. We gotta
get off the pod.
Some lip reader is gonna fucking see this and
Dude, that'd be fucking ridiculous.
Destroy us.
A TikTok lip reader what is the HRDC drama? They're reading my hand between my
collapse the HRDC.
It's a lip reading video of Ariana Grande and Troye Sivan, and then us talking about the Harvard Radcliffe Dramatics Club.
Please.
Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you on the Flippity Flip. Do you have anything to plug? Do you have anything for the people to watch, listen to, consume? Instagram, social media, YouTube, whatever.
Yeah.
Anything to stay tuned for?
Follow me on Instagram. tex.aco_.
I will tag it in the bio.
And stay tuned for, if you're in the Boston area, the week of December 1st through the 7th, come see my production of The Glass Menagerie. Which Kate is costuming.
That's right.
And I'm sure we'll have juicy, wonderful HRDC drama for you then. That'll be a whole semester worth.
And I will be stoking the flames quietly.
And keep your eyes out for some fun new workshop pieces and film stuff on the gram. It'll be there.
Awesome. As always, you can read my Substack at nothavingsexinthecity. .substack.com or whatever the fucking URL is. It will be in the bio. In the description of the video. Also, follow me on Instagram at K8, _Ravenscroft. I recently posted a batch of film photos on there that are frankly to die for.
They're gorge.
So please go check them out. And yeah, please subscribe if you enjoyed our conversation. This semester, I'll be having people on more frequently who aren't I think maybe my roommates, so Grace and Vic after Texaco, are the last of the people. Oh, I'm gonna have Alicia on. I'll be having on people who I don't live with and breathe with constantly, and that will, I think, create more interesting dynamics. So please subscribe. Also, hopefully my boyfriend.
I'll be back for sure.
You'll come back?
5 sure. I love talking to a mic and feeling important.
Me too. That's why I have a podcast. Okay. I will see you guys on the flippity flip. And yeah, I think that's